Hey everyone, welcome back. This is Card Curiosity, where we try to figure out the best ways to profit from the sports card market. And today we're going to kick off kind of a new series here. We're going to do a couple videos. We're going to call it something like the breaking experiment, where we just try to figure out, is it possible to make any money doing card breaks, and either team breaks or player breaks, case breaks, things like that. And so a couple different directions we went. I jumped into a handful of team breaks and a handful of player breaks for the Bowmansterling boxes that came out a few weeks ago. And I did some homework, and so that's something that you'll have to know when, unless you're just trying to find particular players or teams for fun, is I was trying to figure out, based on the checklist, which teams could I pick that would give us the best chance at a good return on our investment. And in Bowmansterling, you have a mixture of prospects and superstars. And so some of the cards, we're trying to get young guys that might be good down the road. Others, we might be trying to get players that are, rookies this year, or current superstars, things like that. And so today, let's do a breakdown of the team breaks that we were involved with, just so you can kind of have an idea. The very first one I did, this is before I didn't know much about this stuff, but I ended up jumping into 5 teams in this one break, and you can kind of see right there, we had a Bowmansterling team break for 1 case, so I believe it's 12 boxes. And you can see how much it costs for each team. Marlins 36, Mariners 128, Padres 70, Nationals 153, White Sox 32. And if I had to do it all over again, I would not have done anything with the White Sox. There's just not a whole lot of good options there. So I could have saved 32 bucks there. Total, I spent about $450 for this one break. And if you compare that to an actual box, a hobby box of the Bowmansterling goes for about $350 to $375. So I paid, an extra $100 for this break. And then you're just kind of at the mercy of the luck of the draw and what cards you get. So here are the results from team break number 1, and this might actually have been the very best results that we could have had, or that we did have, on any of these team breaks. So again, we had Mariners, Padres, Marlins, Nationals, and White Sox. And so Bowmansterling, if you remember, every hobby box has 5 autographs, and so you're going to get a lot of base autographs. You can see we've got a bunch of Mariners here, autographs. You can see really nice, out of 75, 2 of them from the Padres. And again, this is just luck, really. We spent 70 bucks on the Padres because really I like Jackson Merrill. I like Montesino, but you have no idea what you're going to end up getting from it. And so we ended up with 5 autographs from the Padres, just right there. We have 3 right here from the Mariners, and that's just kind of in, sleeve number 1 that they provided there. I'm going to assume, I haven't really looked at these a whole lot, I assume all these sleeves are going to be broken down by team. So you can see we got a Jacob Berry out of 100. The cards in here are probably just going to be base cards, rookie cards, things like that. Anything numbered and autographed is probably going to be sleeved up. There's another Padres guy. And so Marlins, we got 2 of them right here, just numbered, no autographs yet for the Marlins. Throwing the base cards over there. Here you can see the Nationals. I have some Nationals in here probably. We've got Elijah Green here up top, out of 75. That's pretty nice. Elijah Green is a prospect that I hope gets to start playing well and make his way up in the minors. He was the number 1 overall pick a while ago. There's more base cards. Another Mariner to 100. And Christian Vaquero to 150, so another Nationals guy. And then here's really where it gets crazy. This is it was just completely stupid. Lucky, I think. We ended up pulling a out of 10 Elijah Green case hit here, and just happened to pick the right team. I don't really think there's any rhyme or reason to that. And then right near the end of the break, we pulled another one out of 99, which is awesome. We've gotten another Elijah Green auto out of 100, another Elijah Green auto out of 125, Brady House out of 125, Brady House base, Gabriel Gonzalez out of 50 here with the Mariners again, and then another Mariners Michael Arroyo auto. And so I'm not going to go through the base cards, those are over there, but you can see, so of the 5 teams, again, nothing from the White Sox, barely anything from the Marlins. Padres, I'd say, pretty good. Couple autos, a few of them gold, out of 75. Mariners, again, same thing. Got this gold out of 50, not autographed, but still pretty slick. Gabriel Gonzalez is a guy that we really like. Another one out of 100, not autographed. And then we got a few, looks like all the Mariners are pretty much base autographs, if we got any autos there. And then over here for the Nationals, we've got base auto of 25, 125 auto out of 100, 1 out of 99, auto out of 10, and then not autographed out of 150, and then Elijah Green out of 75. So that was break number 1, which I think was absolutely insane. I think for the $450 we spent, some of these we're probably going to grade and try to just bump up that value. I think if we wait on some of these guys for them to get to the big leagues, we can easily get more than that $450. If we try to sell everything right now, you know, maybe we can get close to $450. And so part of this is going to be a waiting game. We might have to wait a year or two to unload some of these, but I bet if we do, we could end up getting more than $1,000 for all these cards, especially if we break them, so, or if we grade them. So that's break number 1. I would give that an A+ if we had to rate it. Break number 2 was a little different. So instead of it being a full case, it was only 4 boxes. And I just kind of did this as an experiment. 4 boxes. In my head, it doesn't make that much sense, but why not try it? You know, the more cases or the more boxes you go through, the better the chance that you're going to hit something big, right? But I only ended up grabbing 2 teams. I grabbed the Marlins for $9 and the White Sox for $15. Again, don't know why I did the White Sox. They don't really have anything good. And so it's a big gamble to pick those 2. And so total $30 for these 2 teams. And you'll see they felt so bad about how poorly we did that they sent us a couple packs and some sleeves there. But all they sent us, all we got were base cards, basically. Colson Montgomery, Jacob Berry, other players like that. So no numbered cards, no autos. So this, we're going to grade this one an F. And, well, actually, why not? Let's just open these. Maybe they sent us some good stuff in here. Might change everything. Any autographs? Nope, no autographs in that pack. Last chance to redeem from this break. There's Gabriel Gonzalez there at the back. Corbin Carroll, Morel. So Bowman, this is a Bowman 2023, I think. And no autographs there, so nothing. You spent $30 on that break, and we might be able to sell some of those base cards for $5. We might get $10 back, 10 or 15. So we'll call that an F. Not exactly a smart break for us there, but that's kind of why we're trying to do this experiment. What I would have done differently is buy into a full case and been a little more careful with the teams that we chose. Break number 3 was, let's see, just look down here at the bottom. Team break number 3, $400. Rockies for 90, Mariners 135, Red Sox 155. So base cards over here, it looks like. Maybe more base cards. Let's run through. So you got a Diane Jorge out of 150. The rest of those are base cards and rookie cards there. Some of those you might be able to get $5 a piece for those base cards. Most of them aren't going to be worth a whole lot. And so here were the hits. Again, spending $400. We have a Red Sox base, Mikey Romero out of 75, not autographed though. Another Red Sox auto. We have a Mariners auto there, just base though. 2 Gabriel Gonzalez autographs base. Lizardo Montes, Mariners base, Michael Arroyo, and then a Gabriel Gonzalez out of 50, not autographed, and then a Diane Jorge out of nothing, just a base autograph there. So nothing real big here that would suggest we could sell for anything decent today. A lot of these guys are prospects that, you know, you could see an autograph like this maybe go for 50 bucks once he gets to the big leagues, things like that. And so it'll be a waiting game for most of these. And I knew that going into it when I picked these teams. I picked teams that really didn't have a whole lot of superstars other than Seattle with Julio. Didn't get any Julios, so we have a lot of prospect cards that, if they get called up, could be worth a decent amount. And I'd say there's a decent chance we can get our money back down the road. But if you sold everything today, I'd probably give this a B. You're not going to get close to that 400 bucks. You might get 300, I would guess. And so that was break number 3. Spend $400, maybe get 200 to 300 if you sold it all today. That leaves us one more break that was the absolute trashiest break we could have possibly had. So I did something really silly. You know, I watched all these case breaks, and I kept seeing just absolutely tons and tons of Orioles cards being pulled. You know, Jackson Holiday autographs, Adley Rutschman, Gunnar Henderson, Jackson Holiday triple autographs, dual autographs, things like that. Just the sickest cards. And obviously the Orioles are really stinking good, and they had a lot of good players on that list. And so it costs way more money to buy the Orioles as a team than any other team. For good reason. You get a chance to get more good cards. So I went in to a team break for 1 case, and I spent $461 for the Orioles. And I had, up to this point, I've never seen a bad case for the Orioles. And if you wouldn't know it, we got the first bad case I've ever seen for the Orioles. We have just a whole bunch of base cards. The Jackson Holidays might be able to sell for $5 each. That's not what we need here. We have base card Adley Rutschman, rookie, 2 of them, a base card of Gunnar, 2 or just 1 there, and then a speckle out of 99 Gunnar, and you know, maybe you get 15 bucks for that. And so spending $460, we're not even going to get $60 probably out of this stuff. That was the biggest bummer here when it comes to the team case breaks that we've done so far. Now, we definitely had some good ones, and I would say on average, you know, a card like this Elijah Green, if he makes it to the big leagues and we can grade that to a PSA 10, that might cover all the losses on that Orioles break. But I think my general verdict when it comes to team breaks is that you have to really make sure that the checklist of the players that you could possibly pull, you understand that. You're going to need to understand what can happen at each team. You know, if you pick a team and they don't have any good players that can be pulled, then you don't want to pay for that team. And if you're going to have to pay up for a team that has really good players, I think that your best bet is to not just do 1 break, because that's too much of a gamble. If you committed, if I would commit to doing the Orioles 3, 4, 5 times, I bet I get some pretty sick cards of the Orioles, and I bet it would pay for itself. But if you just do it 1 at a time, if you pick the Orioles 1 time like I did, it's a coin flip. You may have a great hit, you may not, and it just so happens that when I did the Nationals here, I had a great hit. And if you do it enough times, you may not, but you might. So it's a little bit too much of a gamble for me, maybe. I don't know that I would recommend doing this as for a good return on your investment. I can say it is pretty fun. And so if you're looking for fun, you want to watch something, you know, in my case, my boys and I loved watching these packs get ripped and, you know, kind of cheering for our players and our teams. If you're looking for fun, I'd highly recommend this. Pick some good players and teams and sit back and watch and enjoy it, and maybe you get something big. If you're trying to get a good return on your investment, you are probably better off just buying a whole case of something, or a few hobby boxes of whatever it is that you're looking at. So that'll do it for the team break experiment here. Next, we'll try and do one for the player break once I get all the cards in from those. And again, thank you for watching Card Curiosity. We are trying to figure out what's the best way to make money in the card world. So catch you next time.